Twitter is an amazing resource for teachers. There are thousands, in fact hundreds of thousands of teachers that are on Twitter. The problem, in fact, is that there's too many. So the problem really becomes, how do you find who to follow? And once you get started, it's kind of tricky, but after you follow the few people, it becomes a lot easier. So I'm going to start. Here's my Twitter feed right here, and you can see that I have a bunch of tweets coming in right now. There's a big educational chat happening right now, so there's a bunch of, the feed's pretty full. I'm going to go on my document here, and I'm going to look at the 7 national, international teachers that were suggested and the 3 Michigan teachers that were suggested. And I'm going to just start with one of these. I'm going to start with the nerdy teacher here. That's his Twitter hashtag. So if I go to Twitter and I click on the search bar, I'm going to type in @the-nerdy teacher. And when I hit enter, it will come up and I will be able to find him. Now notice that it's automatically filtering it by tweets. I will want to go down here and click on people so that I can actually see the people named the nerdy teacher. And we see that we have Nick Provenzano right here. If I click on his profile, this comes up. Notice I'm already following him. If I wasn't, I could click down here and click on to follow him. Now here's where it becomes interesting. If you want to find other teachers to follow, the best thing to do is to start with other teachers that are well connected and that seem to have a pretty good sense of what's happening on Twitter. Once you find one of those teachers, you can then go and do some major lurking and click down here on who he's following. And I figure if there's a well-connected teacher that's doing good stuff on Twitter, that I can kind of creep on his page. In Twitter, this is totally acceptable. On Facebook, it would be considered really quite strange if you just started following friends of friends, but for Twitter, it's not strange at all. So I'm going to look at this person who he's following. She's a middle school principal. I'm intrigued by that. I'll look here. She doesn't have a description, but I can look at her tweets, and if she's doing a lot of educational type tweets, I'm going to click to follow her, and in fact it looks like she is. So I'll just click follow, and now she's going to show up in my Twitter feed. The other thing that you can do is you can look for important educational hashtags. One of the good educational hashtags is EdChat. So I will type in #EdChat, and tonight there's a teacher chat going on right as we speak, so we'll be able to see some of the tweets that are coming in. Notice that there's a bunch of people here. Jerry Bloomgarden, Stephen Anderson. These are 2 very well connected teachers. And as I just kind of go through this chat, if I find someone that sounds interesting, that's saying interesting things, Devin Black, I don't know who he is, but I'm going to click there. Looks like I'm following him. And if I just kind of go through, I can find other people that I'm not following, and when someone makes a good point, I can click on their profile, see what they do, and choose to follow them or not. Now, Tom Whitby, I'm already following him, but this for me is an important thing that you can do too, is that you can look at their profile and just kind of look and see and make sure that they're interested in the same types of things you're interested in. Once you start following a few educators and then you start participating in a few chats and follow a few hashtags, you will eventually build up a pretty good resume of people to follow. These are all my suggestions as far as if I were to nail it down to 10 people to follow, those would be the top 10. So that's a good place to start for finding educators to follow on Twitter.